From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
What is it?
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fielded at the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Chiefs at 13-2 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Yellow.
On second down, they'll run it here. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Hernandez. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Chiefs are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First and goal from the 3. Giddens is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. In motion, the tight end. On play action, here's Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
What is going on? Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Gilmore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get off?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, Gilmore. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Yellow!
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Brashard Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Bears 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
Now after
City.
the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it will go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hernandez. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hernandez. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Smith trying to run for it. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. That's into the hands of Worthy. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On second down, they'll run it here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Shamar Turner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Pulled in at the 24. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never asked for help.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3.
Yellow. Go get him. All right, 80.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running left, it's Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. Here's Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go.
Williams with a little touch pass forward. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Let it up.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monungai. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Slam left, go.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Williams going to sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Pass to the right side, hauled in by Royals. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Yellow!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Smith. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play on control. Precious on the globe. Got trying to snatch out my soul.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams.
And the
This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Williams going to look to throw again. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
A 28-yard gain.
Looking to throw is Williams.
First down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. They'll fire deep, looking for more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defensive